All right, Cancer, here we go. The hot spot, the connection cycle. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is for February. Soulmate energies for February 2023. This is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. All right. February, a month of destiny, a month of creative energy, change energy. Okay. Here's my pre-shuffle. We're going to talk about this. In my ongoing effort to teach you about energy, I like to try to get across to you that the same frequency of energy plays out differently in different situations. I say it all the time. I'm going to prove it here, or talk about it anyway. This energy, whoever this belongs to, this runner of yours, has a very interesting relationship with the truth. Okay? I've got the Ten of Cups crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. I've got the Ace of Wands crossed by the Ace of Cups. What else do I have here? I got the Seven of Wands, and then I've got the Sword of Truth. I've got Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth, the Ace of Swords, bookending the Ten of Cups. Most people with the truth, you and I, most people in general, take the truth and we pepper in just enough bullshit so that, you know, it's not a hard truth, right? What this person does is the opposite of that. They take complete bullshit and they pepper in a little bit of truth to anchor it, and then they go on about their day believing that bullshit. All right? It's the same frequency of energy that plays out in a couple of other situations. In one case in particular, conspiracy theory energy. People that are caught in conspiracy theories, the flat earthers and all those kinds of whatever. They take the same thing. They take a bunch of bullshit, anchor it in a little bit of truth, and get caught in a loop, get caught in the energy and convincing themselves of this, this, and this because they want to believe it. All right? Anything we want to believe, we can convince ourselves to believe. And then they attract other energies, because like energy attracts like energies that are just like them, and they all get caught in the room together and suffocate. All right? It's the same energy that a stand-up comedian uses. Stand-up comedian takes bullshit, anchors it in enough truth so that it makes sense to the audience, and it's funny. It is funny. It's always funny. This is funny that this person is under this energy. It's not a conspiracy theory energy for this person, but it is an energy where they've got themselves convinced that this isn't real. None of this is true. It's all just slowing them down, that's all. But none of this is true. It's all a bunch of crazy nonsense, and that's how they can sleep at night. You know, you're too good to be true. They don't believe that there's a soulmate connection here. Yet, my response to that person is, then why the hell are you still hanging around? This is that frequency of energy. It's the same frequency of energy that makes someone believe all sorts of crazy conspiracy theories. It's the same frequency of energy that makes a joke told by a stand-up comic funny. Okay? It is someone here who has a very interesting relationship with the truth. It's the truth on their own terms, rooted in nonsense. All right? Rooted in nonsense they tell themselves to make themselves feel better. It's top-heavy. It's the opposite of the way most of us look at the truth. You know, which is we pepper in just a little bit of bullshit so that it's not a hard truth and we can go on with ourselves, with our day. All right? I'm using the old animal deck for you. Pull it out of retirement here sometimes. And this has a lot of energy for you guys here, you know, because your person's been keeping me up at night for quite a while. So let's shuffle the deck right now and let's see where we go here. All right? Let's see where we go. How do I explain this energy as I shuffle here? It's a bit of neutrality. You need to have neutrality. You need to be in a position when you're faced with the truth, with anything you're researching, whether it's researching a conspiracy theory or researching your life and figuring out who you are and where you're going. You need to not have any expectations. You need to be neutral. You need to not, otherwise you'll want to believe that every little thing is true. And that negative energy feeds itself along with you feeding it. And it just comes in and it grows and it snowballs like crazy. And that's what's happened with this person. You're some kind of conspiracy theory to this person on some level. It can be easily read as, again, someone who sees you as too good to be true, or these feelings can't be real because we're not even together, or we can't be together, or what. However it plays out for you, it's all nonsense. It's very real. Archangel Michael's sword of truth is trying to get through, and this person's creating their own truth. Right? They're defensive to that sword of truth with that 7 of Wands that was there in the pre-shuffle. So let's see where we go. I have actually some hope for this reading, but I am neutral. I'm going to let the reading take me where it's going to take me. So give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Cancer for February 2023, universe. All right? And I'm not saying, because I know I pissed a few people off with that intro, I'm not saying you can't have conspiracy theories or whatever. I don't care. If you want to research them, fine, but research them from a neutral perspective. You can't believe it's, you have to be in a position where you neither believe it's true or believe that it's false. Right down the middle. You need to take a scientific approach to it, and that's the only way the real truth comes through. It's the only way. All right? All right. It is what it is. And here we go. While we're here, the card before the cut, 5 of Cups, sad horse. Your person gets that more than any other sign. It's so full of shit, it's unreal. This person is completely deep down underneath all their weird conspiracy nature with the truth and the things they tell themselves that we've been talking about. Underneath it all, they're completely sad and unhappy. They wanted something here. They know they've got some work they need to do on themselves. They just do. At the end of the day, why is the 5 of Cups here? It is one of the cards that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle usually. After the cut is the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor, the divine masculine, is very fucking sad. Very sad. But here it is. Look, I'll show you because it wanted to sneak out. The 7 of Swords. It's because they're full of shit. What did I say when I pulled the 5 of Cups? I said this person's full of shit. What did I say in the pre-shuffle? I said they're full of shit. They're full of shit. They're watching you. The one eye open on the fox. The divine masculine, this connection makes them very sad because they know that it is real. They know that it is true. All right? It's that old energy of in human nature where people don't like to admit they're wrong. None of those conspiracy people are ever going to admit that they're wrong, even if someone proves them wrong. Whatever it is. They would never admit it. It's incredibly, it takes a spiritual journey, it takes a really strong, high vibrational person to admit that they're wrong. All right, this person here has a hard time with that. All right, they feel that 5 of Cups though. We're here because that energy is very strong within them, that sad horse. All right, let's see where we go. They got to get real. If this connection wasn't real and it was all too good to be true, or it's not, we're not soulmates, and then why the fuck are you still hanging around? Why am I still picking up on you on this energy? That's the first thing I'd say to them. Of course it's real. You can't get it out of you. You can't find it won't go away. You push it away, it comes back. It boomerangs. Comes right back to you. And right now that boomerang is coming back and they're not catching it, it's hitting them in square in the face. And that hurts. I know, I used to throw a boomerang. If you miss it, it hurts. All right, here we go. Give me the deck of final shuffle here. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Cancer for February 2023. All right, here we go. Let's see where we go here. All right, overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is the moon. I heard a wolf howl when I pulled this, when I first looked at it in my head. Oh, right, what's fueling this? Yeah, a night hunter, the hangman. The hangman is crossing the moon. It's somebody here who's awake in the night and can see everything. They get it. It's there, but they're refusing to look at it. Because the truth, the real truth, Archangel Michael's sword of truth, scares the living crap out of this person. Right? We saw that sword up in the pre-shuffle. Scares the crap out of him. This is fear. Scares the crap out of him. But this bat, he sees great at night. I see his eyes are open. Right? We had that come up in another reading. It may have been the February overview, but I wasn't using this deck. I just took this deck out of retirement just 5 minutes ago just for you. All right? Readings on the flip. Let's do it. Energy around your connection is here. How this person's behaving in the 3D is here. Their soul is here. The soul will be good. Hidden energy, message from the universe is here. It's red with the energy of your connection, and right here is the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. Especially with this person. They need to get real. All right? They need to stop thinking that this isn't real. It can't be, you know. Stop it. There's no conspiracy theory here. It's a soul connection. It's actually very simple at its core. Where they get screwed up is 8 of Swords, overthinking, and bullshit, 7 Swords. And that's where we end up in 5 Cups. And that's where we're at before the cut. Why we're here, 5 Cups. Because the Emperor's full of shit after the cut. I mean, it's straight up. You know, it is what it is. All right. Energy around, I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards at the end. Energy around your connection, what is it? It's a tower. It's a tower. It is. It's complete fucking chaos. You should watch, well, you should maybe watch the Gemini reading. They got the tower from another deck here. I think it was the other animal. No, it was the Rider Waite, I think. Anyway, who cares? This is your reading. Tower. It is. It's all falling on their head. Their conspiracy theory is falling apart. But again, human nature don't like to admit they're wrong. Until this person gets real and stops fearing what's in the dark, even though they can see it. They can see the truth. They know this is real. The real truth is there. Archangel Michael's sword of truth showed up in the pre-shuffle. It's there. But this person refused. None so blind as those who will not see. And until they do, just like any good conspiracy theory group of people, they won't believe the truth even if you give it to them, because then it means they wasted their whole life. They wasted all that time worrying about it. There's lots of people who have come out of that energy and felt that way, including a couple of famous people. You can look it up online. You know, lots of people. They won't admit that they're wrong because it means they're wrong. I say it all the time about those ancient aliens people I watch on the History Channel. Every piece of evidence they get, they firmly want to believe. So of course it's true to them. But me as the neutral watcher, I'm like, yeah, but that could be this, or this. Why are you assuming it's that? They're not being very scientific. I mean, their theories may be true. I don't know. I'm neutral. Until I get proof, I don't say they're true or false. See what I'm saying? That's high vibration. That's the way you should be. Low vibration, negative energy feeds itself. Your person's in a conspiracy loop. It's feeding itself, and they're trapped in a room, and that room gets smaller and smaller. Yeah, it's true. It's totally true. Yeah, it's totally true. The writings on the wall of the lizard person. Yeah, there totally are. There were lizard people that walked around with lizard heads. Absolutely. Oh, really? You know, because 10,000 years from now, somebody might find one of our comic books. And that same type of energy might cause those people to say, yeah, and when they got mad, they transformed back then into green giants. Yeah, really strong. Really powerful, right? Some of them could even climb walls. There was a group of people, I think they were gods, and they could fly, right? They had some kind of snake on their shirt, right? And a red cape. It's the same fucking energy. They don't know, right? Same thing that these ancient aliens people do. They see the lizard or the snake people on the wall. Well, people must have been snakes. Not never even considering the fact that it might just be symbolism of some kind, or maybe they were just drawing comic books. Who the fuck knows? We don't know. You have to stay neutral. That being said, this person here is that. They're drawing all kinds of conclusions based on facts, not in evidence, and yet the facts are staring them in the face. The only fact they need is you still matter. Why? Go find out. Go talk to Cancer and find out. That's why this connection's in chaos right now. Because the truth is being presented to somebody which they're afraid to look at, but they can clearly see it. This bat, he's just fine at night, flying around in the nighttime. He knows exactly what's going on. Right here. How are they behaving in the 3D? Everything I just said. Everything I just said on crack. It's the 10 of Swords. That's how they're behaving. Oh, this doesn't matter. No, it's not real. It's over. It's done. It's not over. I'm walking away. No, they're not. The tower here tells me they're not. The tower means a star is coming, right? There's a lot of destiny, the star, in play here in February. That truth is staring this person in the face, but they won't admit it because they're fixed on one set thing that they believe is true. And that thing is negative energy. It's not true. Not necessarily. Right? Alright. Soul energy, bookended the tower. What's going on with their soul? Look. Yeah, the fool. I said the truth is staring them in the face. It is. This bat sees fine at night. Got sonar and all that kind of stuff. But this particular bat can see great in the night. Got infrared vision. This one here. Very, 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 very nice. Easy. Truth staring him in the face. The soul is ready for something new. The soul is ready to leave the nest, if you will. And there's the energy of the connection. This is a very powerful card. It wants to bring a star into action. A star meaning destiny, a long-held manifestation that's been something that's been trying to happen. It's been delayed. It's been delayed because this person is stuck in some kind of mindset of nonsense. Alright? Not mindset of nonsense. Convincing themselves of their own evidence, but they made up the evidence. Or they inferred too much and assumed too much about the evidence that's presented to them. It's crazy. I hope I'm explaining it right, but I know I am. I mean, I totally get it. It's just a matter of conveying the message, right? All right. Right here. Hidden energy. Red with the tower. Page of Wands. No matter what this person tells themselves, and I get this all the time in the Cancer readings, they are curious about you. There is an honest curiosity. You are a fascination to this person. You're something new. You're like nothing they've ever come across. And that scares people. It does. It scares people. It makes them go batshit crazy. No pun. Every pun intended, maybe. Alright? It does. It always, anything new, anything different. Marketing companies spend billions of dollars to convince you of things you didn't know you needed. Right? It's crazy. Okay. Because people don't like new things. It's expensive to educate the public about a new product. It's one of the main reasons the sharks on TV won't invest, or the dragons over in the UK won't invest in something. It's going to cost us too much to teach people about this product. You're going to need millions more. You know, it's like that. You're a fascination to this person. Okay? You are. But how they're behaving in the 3D, totally different story. Potential final outcome, red with this Ten of Swords. It's the Strength card. It's Leo energy. That means forward movement. It doesn't mean you're dealing with a Leo. It's passionate forward movement. I'm going to have to clarify it. I want to say they come to their senses. It's dependent upon their heart chakra being open. You see, here's what's happening. Is why the energy of the connection's in chaos is because it's hard to stop a lion. This connection is real. They could tell themselves it's not all they want based on their bullshit evidence that they have, knock themselves out. But at the end of the day, this connection is angel energy. Their little conspiracy nonsense, or this isn't real, or the things they've convinced themselves of is all devil frequency energy. It's all in the band of devil energy. It's negative energy. It feeds itself. At the end of the day, what's making this connection unstable is it's coming. You guys are coming together in the 5D, whether this person fucking likes it or not. And they're fighting it every step of the way with their bullshit. And even their soul is waking up. At some point, Mama Bird's going to scare this bird out of the nest. He can't stay all the time. And it's creating a lot of tension here. There's tension building here in February. Because the truth is staring at this person. They're afraid of it. But they can see it. They can see it. They can fly in it. He flies just fine at night. He's not going to hit a tree. He's not going to do anything. There's just none so blind as those who will not see. And this person is refusing to accept anything than their own bullshit explanation for whatever's going on here. All right? Why they can't shake you. Why they can't get rid of it. You know? And yet, at the same time, the universe is like, yeah, but they really want to. They really want to come towards. They really want to do it. There's a curiosity here. And there's a lot of power in this connection. That tower also represents how much power is here. All right? Let's go. Let's clarify. Let's talk to the witches. Why is the tower here? I wish everybody would, especially your runner, would step back for a moment and take a lofty view of everything. Take a lofty view of the energies around us. Always ask why. From a neutral perspective. You'll always get the truth. Now, again, it's okay to pepper in some bullshit to make a hard truth softer. I don't recommend it, but it's what most people do. But knowing the truth is always healing. It always is. Think about it in terms of those conspiracy people, right? Their truth is self-generated. Your person's truth is self-generated. They're always unhappy and angry people. I meet them all the time doing this channel. They're always angry and unhappy. Always. Why? Because the truth, the actual truth, is healing. Bullshit isn't. It's like junk food. It's bad for you. So, at the end of the day, that's why the Five of Cups, the sad horse, came out with your person. They're under this energy. They're unhappy. Because they don't even, deep down, they know that they don't even believe their own bullshit. That it's nonsense. It's like any person I've ever talked to or read an article from that's come out of a conspiracy theory, they always say the same thing. I can't believe I was in that for a while. I lost friends. I ruined my life. I did this. Yeah, that energy will rip you apart. This energy that your person's in, which is the same frequency, is ripping them apart. This bullshit that they're telling themselves, that you don't matter, or this isn't real, or you're too good to be true, or whatever. It's all nonsense. They're unhappy. That was the card before the cut. Why? Because after the cut, the Emperor is full of shit. That's why. Because they're believing bullshit. And bullshit is never healthy. It's never healing. Alright? Why is the Tower here? Let's go. Let's talk to the witches. I don't know what's here. What's the bottom card? Knight of Swords. God, why do I think that... Jesus Christ. That's the second time from somebody I've seen the Knight of Swords and the crossing energy of their connection. Anyway, I don't know. You should watch all 12 readings anyway. Because it's all just adds up to a big all signs reading. Knight of Swords, again, I said it. I said it about Leo here, the Strength card. The energy of this connection is a 500-pound cat. It's coming towards. Whether this person likes it or not, this bird is leaving the nest. Their soul is awake. Their soul knows the truth. The bat can fly around in the shit that they're keeping. It can see in the dark, shall we say. Yeah, it's coming in. There's a conversation that needs to happen here. What's on top? This is the energy of your connection, the Seven of Cups. It's just chaos. It's confusion. It's chaos. I mean, it just is. Wow. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Four of Wands. I think one of the reasons this person is like this, as we've been talking about in this energy, is because this connection, again, people don't like to admit they're wrong, right? I said, even if you take the majority of those conspiracy people trapped in that energy and give them the truth, show them, here it is, they won't believe it. They'll find some way that you're lying. You did this and you did, because that's what that energy does, okay? That's what that frequency of energy does. It's terrible. You got to get out of it if you're in it. It's Four of Wands. Your connection in some way, this person, the reason they get all, it's not real, it's not this, is it destroys their notion of their stable environment. It means they got it wrong. And they would have to admit they were wrong about something and whatever. This is the type of energy that would stay in a bad relationship no matter what, just because they don't want to admit that they were wrong and it was a bad relationship. It literally is that type of energy. All right. Well, that's 10 of Swords here. This is their behavior in the 3D. They're having none of this. Nope. It's not real. It's not the real thing. It's done. I'm putting 10 swords in this soulmate connection. The moment they do that, chaos ensues in the connection. The energy kicks up and confusion happens within them. All right? And I can also say they've been if they are married or something like that, they've been looking for a way out of it for some time. You were their ticket to ride. And they blew that. That's part of the reason they're sad deep down, which of course they suppress and say isn't real. You know, again, that too. The real truth haunts this person. What they need to realize is that the real truth is where the healing is. If you want to be happy, you want to live your life as a sad horse, angry at everything, thinking everything is this and thinking everything is that and that's that. That's no way to live your life. That's no energy to be in. I tell you, honest to God, it really isn't. Get out of it. Why is the 10 swords here? There's so much more to learn in life. Are there bad things happening in the world? Are there crooked people? Are there this and there? Yeah, I don't care. What do I give a fuck? I'm here to learn and grow and study human nature and go out in nature and enjoy my world and enjoy my life. My life is for me. Your life is for you. They need to understand that their life is for them as well. Just get real. Just go with where the energy takes you. You'll always end up in an okay place. You will. Obviously, fight for injustices and things like that. I'm not saying that. But don't go batshit crazy over it. Don't let it ruin your life. It shouldn't. Why is the 10 swords here? It could go a little nuts. It's crossed by the Knight of Swords. Again, they want to say something. They're full of shit. The Emperor is full of shit. It's complete fucking bullshit. The Emperor is full of shit. There's something that they want to say, and they're not letting themselves say it, because if they say it, if they go and they talk to you and they let this connection come up, let this tower turn into a star, then it means that they got everything wrong. They got their whole life wrong. What's on top? 7 Pentacles. Yeah, you know, yeah. It's again, this person knows that I've already said it. They know the truth is there. That bat can fly around. Again, it's there. Yeah. Why is the 7 Pentacles here? The Empress. Again, this person is so full of crap. So full of crap. Look, they're holding back out of fear of this guy, this little bald fuck here. He's got to admit that he was wrong. Okay, so they're holding back. Holding back. It's all fear. It's fear, fear, fear. It's all just bullshit. It is. It's what all lies we tell ourselves are rooted in. This Empress, they're very attracted. They can't help but think about you. Can't help but feel about you. That's the only truth that they need. The Emperor needs the Empress, but the Emperor is full of shit. The only truth they need is that you're still there. They're still there. They're still feeling you. They're still thinking of you. There's your proof. There's your evidence. All right? There's your sign. All right. Why is the Fool here in their soul? I get very passionate about this type of energy because I hate it. I totally dislike it. I see what it does to people's lives. It holds them back at the very least. It makes them sad as well. I see what it does. I point it out to people all the time. I've rescued people from conspiracy theory type energy like this. Nonsense lies they tell themselves. Not here on YouTube, but I've done it in person. I mean, it's much easier in person. That said, at the end of the day here, this person's full of shit. They can't help but feel you. And that's the proof that this is real. That should be enough for them. But it's not. Because, again, they're fixated that they're right. And when you get fixated that you're right, you have a problem. You're no longer objective. Why is the Fool here? This is why. Fool's in the soul, right? The soul here, right? This bird ready to leave the nest. Why? Because I already said, Archangel Michael's sword of truth, the Ace of Swords, crossing the Fool. Because the truth is here. The truth lives in their soul. They know it. 5D to 3D is the primary flow of energy. The truth is flowing in. So yeah, they tell themselves in the surface energy here, the 3D, it's done, it's over, it's not real. We're not soulmates. It's just, you know, whatever. I don't even know why they matter. They're crazy if they think we're soulmates, or they're too good to be true or whatever. And then yet they can't stop fucking thinking about you. They can't even work. They take breaks and they think about you. It's just, this is irresistible. Why? Because the truth is there, but they won't see it. None so blind as those who will not see. That passage is important for a number of reasons. It's talking about the same type of energy that I'm talking about. All right? You know, I don't get religious here with this because we've got different religions watching, but I've studied comparative religion. And most of the main religions, the Bible included, is just a book to teach you about how energy works. It just does it through stories, that's all. It's, you know, the Five of Swords. You don't even need me, just read that. Of course, some of the stories are hard to translate. They're open to interpretation, and they're written in a language that we don't really use anymore. But aside from that, you know, Five of Swords. Yeah, this person here, with it, again, their own truth is what matters. Their own short-sighted. There's a lot of short-sighted. Why is the Five of Swords here? The Wheel of Fortune. This is changing. The truth will win here. It always does. The truth always wins. It always comes to the surface. Look at that. And I leave the Two of Pentacles by accident. Round and round they go. This wheel, this Two of Pentacles I accidentally left here, tells me that this wheel is spinning. So they know the truth. And intermittently it does sink in. Intermittently the truth does sink into this person that you matter for a reason. All right? Why is the Page of Wands here? Again, the universe, the message from the universe is the Page of Wands, which I like as a card. And again, they know. There's just this curiosity about this connection. They can tell themselves it's done all they want and it's gone, but you keep coming back. That should be proof enough that that's a 3D for those people that aren't empathic, you don't read energy, you're not very spiritual, whatever. Your 3D in the real world proof that someone has a soul connection to you is they disappear and they come back. They disappear and they come in and out of your life. They always show back up. It's the one way you could spot it. Sometimes it happens in long intervals and sometimes in short. You know, if you went to high school with somebody and you dated them, for example, just an example, and you moved thousands of miles away, and then you go on a trip somewhere to, you know, in between where you live, where you grew up and where you moved to, and you run into that person, there's your sign right there. That's two souls trying to find each other for whatever reason. You know, it's very, very, but in general, it's just people that come and go. They can't figure out this connection, yet they know the truth. And they can't figure it out because they're full of shit. They keep bullshitting themselves. Why is the Page of Wands here? I just want you to understand this energy. I know there's a few people watching who are like, I don't get what he's saying. He's just harping on this and that and the other thing. He's talking about this. I know. It's hard. You know, I try to give you a good interpretation of the energy, but there are different levels of people that come to the channel. I can't control that. You've got to think on more than one level when you're reading energy. You have to. The same frequency of energy plays out differently in different situations. You need to understand this person because they're probably showing up, whether they want to or not, with that card there. So you need to know who's coming. You need to understand that the person that's showing up to communicate with you, it's not enough just to say someone's returning because they're sad and they regret it. Okay, so fucking what? Who's coming in? You know, how that conversation goes depends on your knowledge level. Who's coming in is somebody who's bullshitting themselves. They're coming in rather than neutral to try to see if you guys can pick things up. They're coming in from a perspective of trying to prove that their conspiracy is right, that this is nothing. And that's not the right energy to show up in. And that's going to be tricky for you to manipulate. All right? So your response to them, in general, your attitude when this person shows up, your general demeanor should be one of, well, you're here, right? You should just be the fact that they even show up, right, in a message or whatever is proof that you're right, you know, and that should be good. That's good. And then that's your proof to them. Whether they want to hear it or not, I don't know. This person seems hell-bent on short-sightedness and self-sabotage, but crossing this Ace of or Page of Wands here is a Two of Wands. Yeah. There's a strong urge to come towards you. The universe is pointing out they're likely to show up. So the universe itself is saying, Steve is telling you all this for a reason. So that you know who's showing up and why they're showing up. Somebody's showing up to prove you wrong. Prove that this isn't a soulmate connection. Prove to themselves that their stupid bullshit conspiracy theory is right. And that's not scientific, it's not neutral, and it's not anything that's conducive to anything good happening. Alright? It's just, they're going to be, again, it's biased in a way. It's not objective. So it's important you understand that they're in this energy. They don't want this, because if this is real, why don't they want it to be real? Well, because if this is real, then it means they got it wrong. They got life wrong. It's hard enough for people to admit they got a fact wrong, let alone they got their whole fucking life wrong and their whole stability is going the wrong way. The Four of Wands should lead to a Ten of Pentacles. Theirs never did. You were the Ten of Pentacles. What's on top? Page of Cups. Again, there's love swelling up here. Why is the page here? Page of Pentacles. All pages. Page, page, page. And a Two of Wands, which I've already explained. All these pages. The spines, like this person, these are read with these. I said chaos, right, around the tower. This person's jumping around like their head's on fire and their ass is catching. I mean, again, the spying energy is going to kick up. Somebody's going to have an urge to talk to you. Somebody wants to talk to you. Somebody would love to be brave enough to come in and talk to you. And yet, all the while in the 3D, they're full of shit. Yet, all the while, they feel you. Yet, they spin round and round with their short-sighted bullshit. They have a very interesting relationship with the truth. And it's one that's rooted in whatever the fuck bullshit they can convince themselves of is the truth. Alright? Put it that way. So, final result is the Strength card here. The energy's coming in. You try to stop a 500-pound lion holding a rose, which is one of the roses from the Two of Cups in this deck. It's coming. Right? It is. That's not a tame lion either. Because, why is the energy... Why do I say that? Because of the Tower. These cards are read together, but this card should make sense with this. It has to. This is your connection. The Tower, it's a ball of energy. It's strong. It's a 500-pound cat coming at you. And you don't know if it's tame or not. I'm telling you, this one's not tame. Why? Because what's happening is, in the 3D, this person is telling their conspiracy bullshit. This isn't real. It's no big deal. You're too good to be true. We're not soulmates. Trying to put 10 swords in you. And at the same time, all they can think about is you. The Empress. The Queen of Tits. The best tits in the tarot. So, the net result is the environmental energy around the Strength card is the Fool, which ties us to here, which was crossed by the Ace of Swords, which says the truth wins in the end. And somebody shows up. It's a reconciliation energy by default. The Fool takes the leap. It's coming whether they want to or not. Now, whether the 3D person comes with it, I don't know. But I don't see how they can't. Because at some point, they've got to get real. And our bat here, with infrared eyes, is flying around in the dark. And knows and can see all the truths. Everything they push back, everything they think they're afraid of, it's all coming up for them. But again, in that conspiracy type energy, which is what this frequency is, even when you confront them with the God's honest truth, facts, big stack of facts, they still won't see it if they're trapped in that energy. The only ones that see it are the ones that aren't trapped in that energy and somehow get out of it. Alright? The only thing to get you out of it is angel energy. You need to divert your attention to something else. Something positive. Something that is true. Something that is real. Very real. Okay? A lot of times it's having a child or something along those lines, or some sort of a new hobby. Usually a creative endeavor will do it. What's going on here? What's on top? Four of Swords. Yeah. They're not doing anything, but they are thinking about you. Four of Swords here. Why is the Four of Swords here? This card's red with the Empress. The Ten of Wands. See? That's why I said they're likely showing up. Look, here's the Fool. I already went through with the Ace of Swords. This Fool tying to that Fool. Fine. I already said this has become chaotic. A big mass of energy. A big powerful 500-pound cat with one of the roses from the Two of Cups in his deck, because in his mouth, in his dick, right? One of the roses from the Two of Cups in his dick, yeah. Coming in here because this person in the 3D is putting 10 swords in this thing, right? But at the same time, that energy is happening. And it's all become a big swirl. You could see that swirl right here, which is why this card, the Knight of Swords that was crossing here, is also crossing here. That ties these two together. This is why this is a tower. What's happening here? This 10 of Wands is red with this. It becomes too much of a burden not to do something. If this 500-pound cat is coming towards you, at some point it gets close enough where you can no longer just stand there and do nothing. Right? Well, it becomes a burden because this is the irresistible object, especially to the Emperor. And we know from after the cut, with the Emperor and the Seven of Swords, that the Emperor is full of shit. And the truth wins in the end, causing the fool to take a leap. So yeah, there is a strong chance for communication here. I've even got it here in the message from the universe in 3 locations. 4 if we count the Two of Wands. Yeah. But you need to know who's coming towards you. So I could be like everybody else and just they regret it and they're turning around and coming in. Okay, great. There's more information you need than that. You need to understand that they're coming in under almost a resentful energy where, well, I don't believe this is true, but I'm going to come talk to you anyway. Your response to that has to come from you do what you want, make your own decisions, but your response to that kind of energy has to come from a fact of, well, if this isn't real, why do I matter? Why are you still here? Why are you hanging around? Why are you spying? Why do you think about me all the time? Why would you even still be here? Right? That's sort of your side of it. It's the only way to confront that energy. And they still might not want to admit it. But either way, there is a potential conversation coming from someone under the energy that I've described. All right, let's pull 3 cards from the universe. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. These February readings are all rooted in destiny. There's destiny energy, there's creative energy, there's change energy. It's all here. And most of it's crammed in the first part of the month. There's a lot here. It's tricky to pull on. But I want you to know more than someone's reaching out. I want you to know what's going on with this energy. And I know this frequency of energy well. I do. I seem to attract people who are in this type of energy. I don't know why. Probably because deep down their soul, which is fine, knows that I can probably help them and get them out of it so that they're not sad and unhappy and angry all the time. Right? That's no way to go through life. That's not what it's for. It's not what you're here for. That's a trick. It's devil energy. It gets you trapped in a loop. Stuck in it. All right, let's go. Bottom of the deck. Give me 3 cards, universe. What else you want to tell Cancers before we go? Huh? 5 wands. Oh, there's our star. There it is. 5 wands, 9 cups, and a star. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I've been talking about this tower turning into that. 9 pentacles right here on crossing 9 cups in the base energy. Okay? This is telling me there's no stopping the line. Okay? This 5 of wands is the weakest energy as I read it off the tarot. It's red with the star. Something here that's been supposed to have happened for a long time is about to happen. It's important you understand where this person's energy is so that you can diffuse it. The only thing that will diffuse it is you confronting them with, well then, if I'm not real and this isn't real and I don't matter, why are you here? They won't be able to answer that. In that moment, they can either decide to admit they were wrong and there is something here, or they'll fall back on their conspiracy thing and say, well, you shift blame. It'll be a blame shift thing. Well, I'm only here because, I wanted to prove to you that it was, I wanted to just show up and say, see, it wasn't real. That's bullshit. Okay? They're not showing up to say, see, it wasn't real. That's that 7 of Swords that's underneath that Emperor. Watch it. The Emperor is very sad, caught in a conspiracy energy, a weird relationship with the truth. Believing their own bullshit, round and round and round and round. All right? In 5 cups of sadness. Right? They're not showing up to prove that they were right and this doesn't mean anything. It means everything. with the Empress falling here and the cards that the universe gave us and the tower around the connection leading to a star, this connection is everything for this person. It's their one hope at the actual Four of Wands to lead to an actual fucking Ten of Pentacles. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Alright, if you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Alright, good luck.